Hey, Patriots fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way, you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. The rumor that has been circulating through league circles sounds almost unreal, the kind of whisper that starts quietly and then grows louder with every passing hour because it touches on rivalry, pride, and a shift in power that nobody saw coming. Word is that the Patriots have found a way to pry Quinnen away from the Jets, and even saying that out loud feels like tempting fate. People close to the situation insist this is not just another exaggerated fan theory, but a move being discussed in serious tones behind closed doors. The idea of New England strengthening its defensive line with a player who symbolizes the heart of the Jets' front feels like a direct challenge, a statement that the Patriots are not content with gradual rebuilding. Instead, they want to make noise to reassert physical dominance in the trenches and to remind everyone that their defensive identity still matters. Around the league, executives and analysts are trying to read between the lines, wondering how such a bold maneuver could even be possible given contracts, pride, and the emotional weight attached to a player like Williams. Yet the Patriots have a history of striking when others hesitate, and this rumor fits that pattern perfectly, suggesting a calculated gamble rather than a reckless splash. From a Jets perspective, the mere existence of this speculation has created a strange tension among fans and insiders alike. Quinnen is more than just a talented defensive tackle. He represents continuity, effort, and the hope that the Jets' defense could anchor the team through difficult transitions. Losing him, especially to a divisional rival, would feel like a betrayal to many supporters who see him as untouchable. However, those familiar with the business side of football know that no player is truly immune to negotiations when financial flexibility and long-term planning come into play. Some insiders hint that internal discussions within the Jets organization may not be as harmonious as they appear publicly, and that differences in vision about roster construction could open the door to shocking outcomes. If the Jets believe they can redistribute resources and still remain competitive, the unthinkable suddenly becomes thinkable. This rumor feeds into that uncertainty, painting a picture of an organization weighing immediate star power against future stability, even if that means empowering a rival that knows them all too well. For the Patriots, the attraction of Quinnen goes far beyond box score impact or highlight plays. The belief is that he embodies the kind of disruptive interior presence that New England has always valued, someone who collapses pockets, frees edge rushers, and sets a tone of controlled aggression. Sources suggest that the Patriots see him as a cultural fit, a player who could become the emotional engine of the defense while also mentoring younger linemen. This speculation frames the move not as a desperate attempt to grab a star, but as a strategic effort to solidify the defensive line for years to come. The phrase being whispered is that the Patriots want to blinder their defensive line to shield it against decline and inconsistency by inserting a proven force right at its core. If true, it would reflect a front office confident in its evaluation and willing to absorb backlash from rivals who feel targeted by such audacity. Around the locker rooms of other teams, this rumor is being discussed with a mix of admiration and disbelief. Players understand how rare it is for cornerstone figures to switch sides within the same division, especially between franchises with such a charged history. The idea that Williams could line up wearing Patriots colors forces everyone to rethink matchups, game plans, and even psychological edges. Defensive linemen across the league are reportedly paying close attention, because such a move would signal a shift in how aggressively teams are willing to negotiate within familiar territory. It suggests that traditional boundaries, once respected out of courtesy or fear of backlash, might be eroding. The Patriots, in this speculative narrative, are portrayed as pioneers of a more ruthless approach, one that values competitive advantage above old grudges or unwritten rules. Media personalities have added fuel to the fire by framing this as a chess move rather than a simple acquisition. They speculate that New England's interest in Williams is part of a broader philosophy of winning through dominance up front, reducing games to physical contests where finesse matters less than will. In that sense, the rumor feels consistent with a franchise that has always prioritized situational football and defensive versatility. Williams, with his strength and explosiveness, would allow the Patriots to dictate terms, forcing opponents to adapt rather than execute comfortably. Even without confirmation, the narrative has already shaped expectations, making fans imagine scenarios where the defensive line becomes the unquestioned backbone of the team's identity. As the speculation continues to swirl, one thing is clear. This rumor has struck a nerve because it challenges assumptions about loyalty, rivalry, and ambition. Whether or not it becomes reality, the conversation itself reveals how the Patriots are perceived as perpetual opportunists, always searching for the next edge. The idea of taking a prized asset from the Jets resonates precisely because it feels so bold, almost confrontational. It suggests a mindset that sees rivals not as equals to be respected, but as sources of potential strength to be exploited. In that sense, the rumor has already accomplished something powerful by reshaping how fans and analysts view the balance of power within the division, even before any official move is made. In the second wave of speculation, attention shifts toward how Quinnen Williams himself might perceive such a dramatic change in scenery. Those who follow player psychology closely argue that a move like this could be framed not as abandonment, but as an opportunity for reinvention. Joining the Patriots would place Williams in a system renowned for maximizing defensive talent and emphasizing accountability. Rumors suggest that conversations, if they exist, would focus on legacy, on the chance to be remembered as a transformative figure rather than just a reliable star. This narrative paints Williams as someone who could embrace the challenge of thriving under intense scrutiny, using doubt as fuel rather than a deterrent. For a player of his caliber, the idea of proving dominance in familiar territory could be irresistible, even if it means enduring initial backlash from former supporters. There's also talk about how this potential move could ripple through the Patriots locker room, altering dynamics in subtle but meaningful ways. Veterans might see Williams as a reinforcement of the team's commitment to physical defense, while younger players could view him as a benchmark for effort and professionalism. The rumors suggest that his presence would immediately elevate practice intensity, forcing everyone along the defensive front to raise their standards. Coaches, according to speculative chatter, would relish the flexibility he provides, enabling multiple fronts and creative alignments without sacrificing gap integrity. This is where the idea of blinding the defensive line truly comes into focus, as depth and versatility become shields against injuries and inconsistency. From a broader league perspective, the Patriots securing Williams would send a message that resonates beyond divisional boundaries. It would imply that rebuilding phases do not necessarily mean patience or restraint, but can involve calculated aggression. Executives from other franchises are rumored to be watching closely, not because they expect the same outcome, but because they want to understand the mechanics behind such a bold approach. If New England can navigate the complexities of contracts, compensation, and rival relationships, it could inspire others to rethink what is possible. The rumor thus becomes a case study in modern roster management, blurring the line between audacity and innovation. Jet supporters, meanwhile, are grappling with the emotional side of the speculation. Online discussions are filled with disbelief, anger, and attempts to rationalize what feels like a nightmare scenario. Some argue that letting Williams go would undermine the team's defensive identity, while others reluctantly acknowledge that football is a business driven by timing and leverage. The rumor has forced fans to confront uncomfortable questions about value, loyalty, and long-term planning. Even without confirmation, it has exposed fault lines in perception, revealing how deeply players like Williams are woven into the emotional fabric of a franchise. Analysts who thrive on narrative are already constructing storylines around potential matchups, imagining the tension and symbolism of Williams facing his former teammates. These imagined scenarios amplify the rumor's impact, turning speculation into a kind of shared fiction that captivates audiences. The Patriots are cast as master strategists, the Jets as reluctant participants in a painful transformation, and Williams as the central figure navigating conflicting loyalties. This storytelling element is what gives the rumor its staying power, ensuring it dominates conversations even in the absence of concrete details. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Ultimately, whether this rumored move materializes or fades away, its significance lies in what it represents. It highlights the relentless pursuit of advantage that defines successful franchises and the fragile nature of certainty in professional football. The idea of the Patriots taking Quinnen Williams from the Jets encapsulates fear, ambition, and the allure of control in the trenches. It reminds everyone that in this league, stability is often an illusion, and today's cornerstone can become tomorrow's bargaining chip. As long as the rumor lingers, it will continue to challenge assumptions and spark debate, keeping fans glued to every whisper and hint, waiting to see if speculation turns into seismic reality. Beyond tactical and roster considerations, sources also suggest that the Patriots view Higgins as a potential franchise-defining player, one whose presence could attract further high-profile talent or influence future personnel strategy in profound ways. Analysts speculate that his acquisition might serve as a statement of intent, signaling that the Patriots are willing to invest in transformative talent rather than incremental improvements, and that the team sees the coming seasons as a critical window for achieving competitive dominance. Insider chatter emphasizes that even the negotiation process itself has strategic implications, sending messages to rival teams, agents, and the league about the Patriots' priorities, financial flexibility, and long-term vision. Meanwhile, fans are captivated not only by Higgins' abilities on the field, but also by the drama and anticipation surrounding the deal, engaging in endless analysis, projections, and hypothetical scenarios that blur the line between rumor and reality. Whether the deal ultimately materializes or remains speculative, the narrative surrounding T. Higgins has already reshaped discussions about the Patriots' ambitions, offensive identity, and strategic boldness, illustrating the extraordinary power of high-stakes speculation in shaping the discourse, expectations, and excitement surrounding professional sports at its most intense. At the heart of this swirling speculation lies a tantalizing uncertainty, a space where imagination, strategy, and rumor collide to create a narrative that captivates fans, analysts, and insiders alike. T. Higgins' potential acquisition by the Patriots is more than a simple player transaction. It is a story about ambition, calculated risk, and the pursuit of transformative talent, where every new report fuels anticipation and every hypothetical scenario sparks debate. As the sports world watches and waits, the rumor continues to evolve, weaving together performance analysis, financial strategy, coaching innovation, and locker room dynamics into a compelling, multi-layered narrative. Fans dissect every highlight, analysts evaluate every statistic, and insiders quietly shape the storyline behind the scenes, amplifying both excitement and speculation. Whether or not Higgins ultimately dons the Patriots uniform, the mere suggestion has already redefined expectations, created a sense of drama, and highlighted the extraordinary complexity of team building at the highest levels. In the end, this ongoing narrative exemplifies the thrill, uncertainty, and allure of professional sports rumors, a story that continues to unfold with every passing day, keeping the world of football on edge and imagining the possibilities of what could be. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.